Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Sofosi Time, your favorite Serie A weekly podcast, coming to you live on YouTube and Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's New York time for people around the world there. Also available on, pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast. So check it out on Google or Apple. We're pretty much everywhere. I'm Frank. I'm here with Dan, Chris, and Pietro, and today we're going to talk about transfer market stuff because there's not a whole lot of actual soccer going on. It was either this or just gloat over last week's Euro Cup win again. So we figured we'd mix it up, do a little transfer market news. Say hello, fellas.
You haven't been watching the Gold Cup?
I have not.
No. I haven't really either.
I actually like the little. Okay, so this is going to sound weird. I actually like the little mini couple weekends off where it's not like I have 23 games to watch and only time for 2 of them. I feel a lot less pressure.
I said the exact opposite to Chris today. I said, "Can we get the league started? I want games to watch." So
I know.
Oh, guys, I see on the cyber the Italian Fire Stick. They put a game, a sport. They put a game all the time. Italian game, old game. But I don't watch.
Oh, old games like what from like the 90s and stuff?
No, even qualify or things like that. I never watch.
I would watch the throwback games if that was available. I think that would be cool. Do they have like?
I saw it. I think I saw it.
You still have your
some old Serie A, champions play. Well, where were we talking about last week, guys? Where you could watch Serie A games now streamed?
Yeah, and that's my things.
On Cyber?
Cyber, yeah.
Yeah, so we are not affiliates or sponsored by Cyborg TV. But Cyborg TV, if you're interested,
hey, we're going to watch Regina.
Regina, and I was going to say, does that mean you can watch Juventus's under 23 team?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to buy that. All right, I'm going to hit them up, see if we get a little sponsorship deal, and then we'll be hawking out some Cyber TV. Nobody's business up in here. Okay, fellas. So
we got transfers and we got the schedule was released. This week, so we can go over that stuff too.
Let's talk about this is the fun part of the great thing about it is the off season really is awesome, especially when you have like an international tournament because it's like so condensed that the news pretty much happens every hour when it comes to like transfer rumors or actual people being signed. So a lot of stuff happened since last week.
Yeah, but they're repeating all the time the same thing.
Yeah.
That's because there's only like 5 legitimate.
Even you read the paper, the same paper, you see some article that say, for example, Ronaldo is closer to play with Juventus. It's the same article, another article say, he's going to go to PSG.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing, too. Like, you have to remember these are all rumors, right? Like, they're trying to get clicks and sell papers. So, like, it's whatever. It's just fun to talk about.
I didn't know the gas company was getting involved with soccer.
PSG.
He always says PSG. He always says PSG, and I love it. Very good gas company, by the way. Shout out.
See, they want to make money all over.
We will also sponsor PSG if you're interested. I don't care. I'll take anyone. So why don't we start with Juventus then, right?
You know what I don't understand? You see the electricians got the gas company. How much money they can have, these people? I mean, they buy wherever they want.
Yeah.
Listen, we've said this before. The financial fair play isn't exactly in play the way it used to be before COVID. So they're allowed to. There's more wiggle room.
So did you see the press conference though that Agnelli had when he introduced the new people part of Juventus? And I think at the beginning, if I remember correctly, wasn't he talking about how like there was a shortfall of like $800 million or something that they needed to put back in the system or something, and Juventus was giving us. So I wonder if UEFA like looks away in years like this where they're like they need PSG and all these other teams to put money in the system just to keep it afloat. Like, so they don't care. They're just like, all right, put money into the system.
What I'm saying, the owner of this team, they don't care to put money.
No,
No,
they-
the
they-
billionaire.
He's got oil money. He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Come on. They should have said stop, of course. Hey,
Don't be a hater just because we're Juventus fans and we wish you had money like that.
We're poor.
Juventus fans can't complain either. So with the amount they
This
spend
year,
compared to
they
everybody
have
else.
they have no money, right? I mean, it's pretty dry on Juventus. Because listen, let's face it, if Juventus had any type of money, Donnarumma would be on Juventus right now.
Yep.
Donnarumma. They talk about Locatelli and maybe we lose it. And they talk today. There was an article. Arsenal might take our.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had some money, they would have taken both. You
Well,
know,
that's what I'm saying.
Our say 25 million you get. I know.
So,
Yeah, they're.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dan.
No,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I guess we're starting with Juventus and their rumors. And the big one for them is the Locatelli, right? That, Sassuolo won 40 million. Juventus only offered 30. Last I heard, and this was like a couple hours ago, was that Dragusin came to an agreement with Sassuolo and that Juventus was going to offer like 30 million plus him. That's what I heard. I saw like an hour or two ago.
But it's going to have to be
Exactly.
something like that. But what I heard was that isn't Juventus trying to make most of the money like next year?
Yeah, it's like
They're trying to. They're trying to do
the-
Chiesa deal, basically.
That's the problem, right? Because if you're Sassuolo and Arsenal comes and says, "Okay, we'll give you the same
40.
amount, but you can have it all right now."
Yeah, no. Juventus is lucky that Locatelli said, "I don't want to go anywhere
But
else."
you see, even Arsenal offer 40 million, right? Or Dortmund, and Locatelli he wants to go to Juventus. On the end, even he say, "All right, I'll go to Arsenal, but you have to give me 6 million, 7 million a year contract."
Yeah,
He can say that, right?
yeah, that's what they'll do. Instead of getting 4.5 at Juventus, he'll get 6 at Arsenal.
No, himself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, his contract.
Sassuolo wants the money. All right, I go there, but to me, for my account, they have to give me 6, 7 million.
But
I don't
that's
blame him.
exactly what we were talking about with Donnarumma, right? Where we were saying, okay, if you want to go to Juventus and they're only offering you 9, another team comes and offers you 12 to make up the difference, you'll say yes. So the same thing can happen with Locatelli. If Juventus can't get their act together, we lost Verratti years ago for $12 million, right? 11. We lost Tonali, which he ended up sucking so far, but we lost him because we played around too much, right? So if they lose Locatelli, that's really, really, really going to be a problem because he's the only one they've been really with their eyes on that I'm excited about.
In the end, if you're Sassuolo, do you care where he goes to? You just want your money.
No.
If anything, you want him to go to England so you don't have to play against him. So who cares where he plays as long as you get your money?
Yeah, and I've read stuff. They have an awesome relationship and stuff, but who cares, man? Like, you want your money. Like, you're looking out for your club. I'm holding out for the 40.
The relationship matters because they can get younger players, whatever. They want to keep that well,
And
but
what
at the end of the
about
day, it can't be that far.
Yeah, but
The intention of the player where he wants to go. What about?
It matters.
It matters, but look at where did Donnarumma want to go? Did he want to go to PSG? No, but he ended up there,
He went for the man. Donnarumma went for the man.
and that's what I'm saying. So when these are the two things, right? You can get a player at a little bit of a discount. You have to close it quick. You can't let it sit out there for a month and a half so people can keep saying, come here, I'll give you more money, I'll give you this. And then they start to think about, okay, is Arsenal that bad? Maybe it won't be so bad, right? Maybe PSG. You have to close it. Like, if you're going to get the guy, close it.
You see, they say they are a good relation with Sassuolo Juventus. I don't believe that so. Because Juventus, a lot of times they gave a player to Sassuolo. Rogerio, a lot of players.
Mm-hmm.
And these people now, they try to make they just took out money.
Well, the thing is, it's like the Twins were saying, though. If the money, you can't we can have a relationship, and I'm not going to give you a discount. If I can sell a player for $40 million, I'm going to get $40 million. I'm not going to give them to you for $25.
Yeah, but Juventus gave a lot of players to them in the past.
But those are past.
But there's a big difference we're talking here. It's 40 million straight up from Arsenal, or let's do a loan, and then I'm going to give you 30 the year after. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right. So that's the thing Juventus doesn't get, right? If someone, and we don't know if Arsenal's offering the full 40 million right now, but if they are, if you want me to defer my money, if I can get 40 right now, you want me to take your offer, then you got to give me 45 or 50 deferred.
Yeah.
You don't give me less money later. You give me more money later, right? You don't say, oh, you can get 40 right now. How about I give you 35 next year? Like, who's going to take that deal?
In the end, I think it's going to happen. I think Locatelli will come, but it's just prolonged.
I still think he will too, but I could see us messing it up.
But Frank, we talk, but if all the team that have a problem with money problem, right? They should help each other. Otherwise, you know what happened in Italy? And nobody's going to play with Italy. In Italy,
they're not going to help each other. They're not going to help each other for the reason you just said, right? There's no money around.
Because the Juventus tell, all right, I cannot give you the money now, the old money now. Give me a chance to do a deal like I did with Chiesa.
Yeah, but Sassuolo still has to run their books. They have to replace people. Where are they going to get money from?
They have a team too.
You have an asset. You want to cash it in.
Yeah, I wonder what he did with Marlowe. For example, he went to
Marlon Wayans.
You know, he went to with the Zer.
He went to Shakhtar.
Yeah, they sold him and they got good money.
Yeah,
for
they
what
got money cash or
No, they got money for him.
I think Juventus is in a worse situation than a lot of teams because of the money that they spend in salaries, starting with the 31 million to Ronaldo and everybody else that's been overpaid.
That's what they want to do, Fred. They want to cut Ronaldo. They don't tell you about that.
Let's move to the Ronaldo rumors because this week, you know, they're going to start getting an answer for him, like what his deal is.
You know, about Mbappé wait for Real Madrid.
Yeah, so the rumor is PSG, Ronaldo to PSG for a swap for Icardi. That's how they would make that work in a way. What are your guys' thoughts about Icardi coming?
Really quickly, that rumor was a long time ago, too.
It came back, though. I saw it again.
The rumor, you save a lot of money because to Icardi, you know, Lord, maybe you give 15 million. And with Ronaldo, you are 65. So already made the deal.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. Icardi still makes like 15.
No, a lot.
Yeah.
Now Icardi was 7-8 million for himself.
It's okay. So, but is it just a straight swap or is there money coming back to Juventus?
No, even a straight swap, they should do. Because they don't have money. They can afford to pay 31 million to that guy. Come on.
So think of where Icardi's been though. Like this past year, like Moise Kean was getting more playing time and scored more goals than him. Like he's dropped off significantly. I know he hasn't worked out over there, but would you guys be comfortable with Icardi as your number 9?
Listen, there was a couple seasons where Icardi was great.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Still, we have a problem. Even we're going to get Icardi, we're going to have Ricardo Morata.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, this is what happens when you paint yourself in a financial corner. You do moves out of desperation. This is not because they want Icardi necessarily. It's because, you might take Ronaldo's salary and we might get somebody halfway decent. Okay, let's do it. It's still, I don't know if it solves anything, right? We're losing Ronaldo's 29 goals with, let's say Icardi comes and scores 20, right? Okay, great. We're not any better. The only thing it does is give the coach more flexibility because he can take Icardi off.
Does he though? Because Icardi does kind of the same thing as Ronaldo in a sense of not playing defense, not playing for the team. He's just there to score goals. So don't expect him to buy into philosophies.
But he doesn't have the same clout, right? Like he can sub out Icardi.
His wife does though.
Yeah. Well,
you see, the problem is there is no money. Otherwise, Juventus had easy. He would go to get the Fiorentina player Vlahovic. That would be the best.
Yeah, but the thought is too. You make that swap, and now you have more flexibility, and you can maybe improve the team somewhere else too, right?
The real story of Juventus to me though is, and you notice this is why it's not going to be good. Is who can they sell? And there's not been one rumor because their people make too much money. It's not that they're complete crap. It's just for when you put what they produce and the money they make, no one's buying them. Right? And that's the problem. You get stuck with these players until they retire or their contract runs out. The last 10 people to leave Juventus, Higuain, what's the German guy's name? The midfielder. All these people, they all left. Yeah, they all left Kadir, right? They all left because their contract runs out and they let them go for free. No one ever buys anyone from Juventus unless it's somebody young.
It was Pjanic got swapped for Arthur.
He got swapped for Arthur, who's a complete joke, by the way. Now he goes to have surgery 3 months after the season. And anyway, but that's why, because Arthur sucks.
I think that's a blessing in disguise, to be honest.
Me too.
No, I'm saying, but think about it. The only people they were able to sell was Spinazzola and Romero.
Con.
Yeah, they were good.
They were good and young and produced for what they made. Everyone else, Ramsey, Arthur, Pjanic, all these people, good luck trying to sell Bernardeschi, right? All these people, they're not horrible. It's just when you put how much they make, you're stuck with it.
That's the problem.
Speaking of Pjanic, the rumor is him coming back to Juventus either on a free or they were trying to offload Ramsey.
It's better to stay there. Where he come from?
I don't want him either. I'm just saying.
That's the rumors.
If he's going anywhere, it's probably to Juventus.
That tells me it's probably on a free because they have no money. And they're like, we'll take another player back. Why don't we just make them take Arthur back?
Yeah, but still, Frank, you think they made the deal? Make a deal. He wants 7.5 or 8 million. Arthur 8 million. What are the teams? What is the savings?
Listen, that's the problem. When you pay everyone on a team a certain amount of money, they're not going to come to you and go, I'm Pjanic, give me $2 million. They're not going to. There was a year. Do you remember a long time ago? They had a policy like they didn't want anyone to go over like 6 or 7 million, like Buffon, Del Piero, everyone. And then they just started to give salaries out to match the other teams, but they didn't know who to do it to, because you give Ronaldo 31 million. Of course, Dybala wants 10. It's only fair.
No, but never mind the Ronaldo, where it is. But the Bala say if the elite make 12 million, what I can make 12 million?
Exactly. Think about it.
Inter has the same problem because you see Inter now, Chalano, he give 5 million, and Brozovic, why don't you give 5 million to me too?
Yep. It's like if you work at a regular company, right, in the real life, not soccer players making millions of dollars, and you've been there for 10 years and you've been a high performer. And let's say you make 100,000, and then they hire a new person that has no experience and they hire on a 120.
They give him more.
They give one. Aren't you going to want 120? Right? Like you're going to say, wait, that guy just came. He's making 120. How am I making 100? Right? It's the same difference.
Yeah.
That's why I really for this transfer season, my hope is that they're able to just get Locatelli, at least one young guy they can build around, try to make money with the fans coming back.
Fred, the mistake is far away, because you see, before when they went to set the money, they used to take one guy, 5 million, 6 million, 6 million. Then what happened? This guy, he could not sell because nobody can give them money.
Yeah.
Now they start to go with low price.
Do you remember there was a time when they
got? You cannot go to the low. If you go the low, that means you can never win in Europe. You can never win nothing.
Well, these things go in cycles too, right? I mean, remember when they had Seco running the team? They pumped in $100 million like twice, and they got nothing for it. They just burned it. So it goes in cycles. But the problem is like, where's the young? So you have two options to get out of this, right? You sell the couple young players you have, like the lit that you don't want to sell, right, to make a lot of money, and try to turn it into 3 or 4 players, or you wait until all these old guys go away.
Already there is 2 Premier League team. They offer for kids 100 million.
Yeah, 120 or 130. I heard.
Yeah, it'd be dumb to get rid of him.
I would be so pissed if they got rid of him.
Sell, that means you don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, because you're not going to replace him with anyone.
No. And he's Italian. It's like, can we actually keep some people that are actually good Italians in the league? That would be nice.
It's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
You cannot sell the people to good people. Yeah.
Listen, let's hope. We knew there's not going to be a lot of moves from them. Let's hope they can get Locatelli. Ronaldo makes a decision soon. Because it's all depends.
He's also holding them hostage.
That's what I mean.
You see, I'm not crazy about too much about. Although he's a good coach, Allegri, right? But it's a game. It's not like made me, jump of joy. But he says something. He wants to put in the middle of the game the ball. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't get rid of Ronaldo, you cannot do nothing about it.
I also read that he wants to put McKennie in an attacking midfielder role, which is I'll take that.
Yeah. I saw today. I went to YouTube practice Juventus. Yeah, when they were fresh, so they look good.
Yeah.
The people that were there already.
Good.
Fresh. I don't know if it's Allegri or no, but they were looking like.
I also read that Allegri said, "I don't want Donnarumma. I don't need him." Right? So.
No. He said he trusts the shares.
Yeah.
No, because he talked about the team. He said with the Chesney 7.5 points, with Donnarumma would have got 12.
Yeah, it goes back down to the financials, right? They didn't have that $3 million made a difference because they knew that A, no one was going to buy Chesney, and B, otherwise, if it was a different year, I mean, first of all, we already said Milan, it was malpractice. Like, why didn't they sign him to a 5-year deal and then sell him? Give him the $10 million a year and then sell him.
Milan because they stupid.
That's the dumbest thing ever. But anyway, so Juventus did sign an actual couple people.
Well, young guys, right?
A couple young guys. Chris, you want to run that down for us? Or Dan?
I mean, I don't even know how to pronounce it really.
Let's talk about young guys, but still from under 23, young guys. I didn't see no one come in the first.
Well, that's a great point, right? So, like,
that means they're not that great.
Well, Juventus, I almost feel like they go out to get these players, and it's almost like they don't ever really have intentions of making them come out and play for them. It's like they want to use them as like loans or part of deals, right? Mm-hmm. But they signed 3 guys, right? Do I have that right? Two?
Yeah. This Belgian kid,
16-year-old.
Yeah.
Joseph Nonge Bonde, is that his name?
Yes. And then Elias Solberg, a Norwegian, 17 years old. I don't know anything about them.
In Holland, which but he's not a forward, so I don't know. I got to figure that out. He's not a forward.
That Kai George rumor, from everything I've seen is Milan's jumped ahead of them. They're probably going to sign him.
You know what? The Kai George, before yesterday, they were talking about the 5-6 million. Now there was an article with 3-4 million they get. I don't understand.
I saw Milan offered 8 and they want 12, but I don't know. The prices are always.
You cannot even believe it when they're right.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Milan's in the top for that one.
None of us have ever seen him play, but he's highly rated. Brazilian, 19-year-old. He's always awesome in Football Manager. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Listen, but Paqueta was also highly rated out of Brazil.
That's right.
He turned out like crap. So all for Milan.
Did they spend like $40 million on him?
Yeah, they lost
$25 million.
A buttload of money on them.
They talk. Now, did you hear? Allegri like Fagioli. I want to see what you think about what he's going to do of this Fagioli.
Is he going to play?
Listen, I don't know. He's going to play or just.
It's either you like Fagioli a lot. It's either you like Fagioli a lot or you dislike the other guys that are there. Right? It's I don't want to play Ramsey.
Yeah, we'll see, right? Like Arthur's hurt now, so we'll see if Fagioli gets some time or something. Well, there's still moves. We'll see if they get Locatelli. Right?
So the 2 big rumors out for Juventus are Ronaldo in or out, and then Locatelli, right?
Yep.
Up to this point, anyone else on the radar for them?
No, they got rid of Fabrota.
I see.
Fabrota went to Sassuolo, right?
He's going to play the titular, I think.
Yeah. What'd you say?
The American. I think he's going to play the titular.
Yeah, I hope he does.
He should. He was their best midfielder last year.
Anyway, let's move on from Juventus. Let's go to we were talking about Milan a little bit. We'll run their moves down because they've actually been one of the few teams who've made some moves.
Spending money.
Yeah, they got Giroud, who is going to be their backup number 9 to Ibra. I think that's a good move for them. He can score. He can score goals, and he'll fill in nicely. He's going to get playing time because Ibra always gets hurt. So
yeah, last year when they had what's his name, he didn't even play for them at all.
They had no backup. They had
backup,
no center forward when he was out. It was really bad.
Yeah,
putting Rebic at center forward. You know,
no, I'm thinking of the old Juventus guy. Like for some reason, I'm meant to.
Mandzukic was.
Yeah, Mandzukic. He never saw the field.
Was a waste. Yeah.
Mandzukic, when I went, he was already injured.
Yeah. Leao cannot play center forward.
He was honest enough to take it. You know, Mandzukic, he wasn't taking his salary because he wasn't playing. So he refused his salary.
Well, that was pretty stand-up of him.
They got Brahim Diaz back, 2-year loan, option to buy. He's a talented kid. You know,
he's good, man.
Yeah.
That's a good.
It's a 2-year deal, so that's actually a smart move, right? With an option to buy, they can increase his value.
So here's the deal: it's a 2-year loan for $3 million, and then there's an option to buy for 22. But then they also have a buyback for 27. So
who has a buyback?
Who has him? Real Madrid.
So wait, that's the part I don't understand. That's like the most pointless thing. I can buy him from you for 22, then you can buy him back from me for 27.
Yeah, well, that's the only way they were going to do the deal.
At least negotiate a $10 million spread. Not going to buy him from you and give him back to you for $1 million. Like, what's the point? It's not even worth the paperwork.
That's what negotiations are, Frank. You can't always
get
that.
I feel like it's a point you could have been like, look, if you're going to give me the buy option, then I'm going to give it to you back. I'm not going to.
Anyway, I think he's going to contribute more than Çalhanoğlu did last year for them. I think if he gets a good amount of playing time, you're going to see him do well. They also got, I think this guy's a backup fullback, right? Left back, the Fode Bala-Toure.
Yes,
he's a fullback. He's going to back up Theo Hernandez, right? For $4 million.
Those numbers, $4 million. They said somewhere it could go up to like $8 million, depending on like bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, they're rumored for Vlasic also. Loan and then obligation to buy. Again, some of these are rumors, some of these have gone through, but we're just telling you what we heard, and we try to pick credible sources.
Yeah,
and they're also on the rumor mill for Caio George, right? The 19-year-old.
They're in the lead.
Yeah, they're in the lead for him. So we'll see about that one. Inter, my favorite team.
Oh God,
Nandez from Coyote. I actually like this move. I like him as a player, but Coyote's being very stubborn as far as he has a release clause of $36 million.
What? $36 million?
$36 million release clause, and Coyote want them to hit that number, so they're not gonna get him for that much.
So here's the I think he's a good player too.
But $10 million and the more than
they want 36.
No,
they want 36.
He's very flexible. He can play different positions. So
more than $10 million, I would not.
No, I agree with you, but their thinking is too swapping with. They want Nainggolan back. So they're trying to
$9. They give it the pass with $1 million bonus sheet.
Yes, so they're trying
to say nothing to do with him.
They're trying to figure stuff out. They got Dalbert already from him, so they're trying to figure. I don't think it's going to hit $36 million. That's a lot of money.
You know what I heard? I heard this guy I saw once in a while play. He played better when he played mezzala, midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want to use him at right wing.
Yeah,
he's a strong player. He can play right wing too. I've seen him.
He's not play like.
But I mean, if you're saying the rumors are that our is $25 million, how are they going to get $36 million for Hernandez?
Well,
somebody's numbers are way off.
But that's his release clause. That's what they want, and that's their not one asset, but that's one of their assets. They have to figure it out.
That's the only thing I give those little teams, right? Like, you can't just give these guys away because then you're going to end up in Serie B with no money and no way to replace anyone good.
Exactly.
So for me, Inter is one of those teams that might even be in a worse financial situation than Juventus. There's no way they're spending $36 million on him. They have no money. They're not gonna spend that much.
Yeah, but didn't they sell half their team?
No, who'd they sell? They sold
they sold the team.
Yeah, they sold the team for what?
Ashley Young
excuse me, who said this money, $36 million?
That's his release clause.
$10 million, this guy.
Okay. He's definitely going to go for more than $10 million.
I guarantee that.
Why did you kidding?
All right, we'll see.
That's why they don't understand nothing about soccer.
How much did they get Hakimi? How much did they get for Hakimi?
It was like 65 plus
70.
bonuses.
That's like I say, I would have kept the Hakim.
I would have kept them for 60. I thought they got screwed on that deal, honestly. So, I mean,
Yeah,
listen, for a right
fire.
back to get $75 million for a right back, you can't really get screwed in that. But I mean, from what they were saying, it was gonna be more.
Right, pull back like Hakim, nobody's there.
No.
Yeah, I agree. Inter's going to be missing him.
Calabria.
And they want to spend this. I don't understand. You know what I don't understand? They want this nonsense. You said 36 million, right?
That's what Coyote
And there
wants.
is a Bellerin. He wants. They say he's agreed to go. Arsenal asking to 19-20.
But there's a difference there. Bellerin makes a lot more money than Mendes. So there's a difference.
I don't think he's going for that much either. I'm just saying that's his release clause.
But do you think if they pay 36 million for Nandes, he will ask 1 million? Or
No, exactly. He's going to get a raise.
He's going to get a raise, but it's not going to be $6 million.
They're not going to get 36 million for him. They're not even, maybe they're trying to get 20, so they figure they'll try to hold it as high as possible. Who knows?
It's not that much a big deal.
He is a good player, but I agree, he's not 36.
There's no money around though. You know what I mean? If you had 36 million, like you can go get to Locatelli.
Yeah.
They compare De Paul with Locatelli. They say De Paul went with 35 million. That's why they say Locatelli it's worth less than.
Locatelli's younger, and I think he's honestly think he's just as good. I think he's going to be better than De Paul in 2 years.
They're both good players.
No. De Paul is already done.
Yeah, but he's also means he's older.
He affirmed what he can do.
That means he's older, and
Locatelli still has to show, to prove.
But that's part of this game, right? It's like you bet on people. You either win or you lose, and it's like you make a call.
You bet. But what would you bet? Someone you know what he can give it to you, or someone who you think he might give it to you.
No, but Locatelli's what?
If you have the same money, who you buy?
22?
The Locatelli or the Paul?
If I had the money right now, I'd buy Locatelli because I can use it for 6 to 8 years, and the Paul is 27.
Yeah.
So,
but the Paul,
I don't think you watch enough of the ball. He's very, very good.
Very good.
Listen, he's good, but I'm saying Locatelli, you guys tend to do this. Like you tend to wait until this guy does 3 years, and now you're like, he's amazing.
Don't forget, Juventus wants to win right away.
Okay, write this down. In 2 to 3 years, Locatelli will mean more to his team than Barella means to his team.
No.
You were 100% right. 100%
I don't
right.
think so.
Different styles. Write it down.
Okay, you're wrong.
The danger of Barella, you know what is the danger of Barella? I think he might fall down. He's running too much. If he start to
He's got to stay healthy.
Play pace himself.
I'm not saying Barella's not good. I'm saying Locatelli, because he doesn't have quite the same game where he's running and scoring 8 goals yet, and he's younger, people are they're sleeping on him. I said it before the tournament. I said it before the Euro Cup, and I'm going to say it again. If he continues on the path, he's going to be just as good as Barella, just as important to his team.
I'm questioning if you even watch soccer.
Yes, seriously.
All right. Well, listen, somebody's got to be right before everybody else, right? I did it with Spinazzola. I did it with a lot of other people. Romero.
You know what I heard today about the conversation they do, all this experience, talent scout. Well, how long ago I say, Kessie, I want to Juventus, about 3 years ago.
Well, before that, we said Kessie when he was on the
everybody's going Kessie now.
Yeah.
You're selling yourself short because when he was on the launch, we talked about Kessie.
Yeah.
Then he had 2 years.
Everybody was going Kessie.
Well, now again, and it's not discovering when someone's played 7 years and he's 28. Like that's not discovering.
Yeah, no, Frank. What I'm gonna say, if you know what you're talking about, you see right away if a player is good or not.
That's what I'm saying.
What we were talking about from Atalanta.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now.
And I think Locatelli has a lot of those qualities. The way he holds himself on the field, the way he's got personality, he grew into the teams. Like I'm telling you.
But go back a little bit.
I was gonna say
Milan sold him because they didn't believe in him.
he was terrible.
Yeah. Milan also
and remember when he played Milan, he scored a beautiful goal, 2 goals, one beautiful to against Juventus. If you
It's not
remember,
just about the goals, though. I feel like he
and they still didn't believe him. And Sassuolo, he did the 2 years good.
and you saw him play on a national team with confidence that was beyond his experience level.
No, I believe in him. I think he's good.
And if he played on Juventus, you'll see him grow more. Listen, don't forget, teams make mistakes all the time. Milan sold us Edgar Davids for $2.5 million. He became the best midfielder in the world for the next 6 years.
He wasn't the best
We
midfielder.
exchange him. David's would too.
I don't know, like a bag of peanuts? I have no idea.
No,
it doesn't matter.
they think we gave some player.
We did. We gave him some scrub. I don't know. But it's Davids. I mean, give me a break. He was on their team.
All right. Well, we all like Locatelli. We just think that Barella is a better player.
Barella's good, and right now he's ahead. But I'm saying, like, does Juventus have Barella, or will they ever be able to buy Barella? No, he's $80 million or $100 million at this point.
I don't sell Barella for anything less than $150.
Right. You can buy Locatelli for $35.
Yeah, the Inter, how much you spend for Barella?
I don't remember.
The $30 million. They got
a good amount, $30 million.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. So you have a chance.
The lot of people.
You have a chance to buy Locatelli for $35 million and have him turn into a $60, $70, $80 million player.
But that's what they want to do.
They do, but they better hurry up.
Look like we talk too much, and maybe somebody are going to get.
How did we get talking about Juventus again? What team are we on here?
I don't know.
It always does. That was Frankie's fault. We're going to move on to Udinese. I don't know. Silvestri.
I put that up there just because Musso did go to Atalanta. So.
Yeah, which we didn't talk about that because that one happened.
Musso, I don't understand this deal.
Why?
You know why I don't understand? Because Atalanta had 2 good goalkeepers.
Musso's better than both of them.
Come si chiama?
Golini.
Sportiello.
Sportiello's old.
Sportiello. They were good.
Sportiello's
Musso's
old.
better than both of them.
Musso's better than both of them.
Money to spend now.
Musso's better, and he's
Musso's
healthier.
better than both of them, and they're going to sell Golini.
Yeah, he's going.
They're making a profit on Golini. So,
he's going to go to Spurs with
No, for Prestito. You give it to Prestito.
No, with Romero. Spurs wants them both. Spurs is rumored to want Romero and Golini.
I think it's a great move for Atalanta to get Musso and change Golini.
How old is Musso?
He's not.
Yeah, he's mid-20s. He's not old.
Yeah, Musso's a good goal. I mean, listen, Golini was good too, but I think Musso's a little better.
I like a better Golini.
No.
Golini's hurt a lot. He's
inconsistent.
He's inconsistent.
Taller. Golini's taller, but I don't think he's got as good hands as Musso.
Golini got benched for Sportiello last year in certain situations. He's not consistent enough. This is a way better move for Atalanta.
Yeah, well, and I brought up Silvestri. You guys all like, so I thought I'd throw that on there.
Silvestri's good.
Good goalie, right? $3 million.
Hellas Verona, I really enjoy them, and they've only lost players, so I don't know.
See, Atalanta wants it from both.
Yeah, okay. They can have him.
Some other deal like Romero.
Yeah.
They can have him.
If Roberto goes to Atalanta, he'll get better.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
He'll definitely get better. In the chat, we're seeing from our producer that Musso is 27. So, yeah, Golini's probably about the same age then, right? Wasn't Golini like 26, 27?
He's younger.
He's a little younger. I think he's a fine goalie. I just think Musso's better. Oh, is he older?
Oh, no, I thought
Golini's 28.
Maybe he's saying Musso's 28. I don't know. Oh, he's older than him. Yeah, it's a better move.
So,
on Atalant's side, Ilicic, I mean, they're open to selling him. I don't think there's much market for him.
Who's a Gil there? Who's a Gil?
He's saying Golini.
Yeah, so, Ilicic has fallen big time, huh? Because, he's open and now no one's going to give him any money, right? No one's going to take him. Maybe Inter. I bet you could swindle Inter to buy him from you for $15 million.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's a good player, but he's older. I don't know how much you're going to get for him either. All right, what's the next team?
The team that concerns me. Let's talk about Venezia because they're quickly becoming one of my favorite teams. Signing 2 American teenagers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Busio, who's playing in the Gold Cup for USA, who looks like a decent player, and Tessman, who's not on the Gold Cup team, but
Who's Venezia boy?
Venezia, about 2 Americans. Busio, I think, is going to play a lot.
He's 18.
Right-
He's on
right
Sporting
away.
KC, right?
But Daniel, you
Yeah.
saw them play.
I saw Busio play a couple times. He's not bad.
So he's good. It seems like he knows his role. He doesn't look like a bad player, and apparently his free kicks and his set pieces are pretty good. So we'll
He has
see.
I've seen him make a couple of quick passes and one, some nice touch passes and some one touch plays again in this limited that I've seen highlights. But I feel like, does anyone else, when I saw these moves, does anyone else question it as more of a marketing Venezia trying to get U.S. players?
Oh, for sure, that has something to do with it. But I think it's a great move.
If you're going to let him play,
a new team, up in the league, and you want to get cheaper players and see what you can do, and hopefully they can stay up and build with these guys. I think these are great moves.
I'm telling you, they got to go get that guy Mihailovic on I think he's on. What team is he on? He's 21. He's a midfielder. He plays.
I don't know. You mentioned this guy.
I'm telling you, this is another guy that's really good.
Tanya, how much are they spending for this to American?
$4 million each.
4 million each?
Mm-hmm.
So they bought them, right?
Yeah. Busio has Italian passport, so that's why he can play. His dad was born in Italy. And then I guess Tessman is their non-EU
What position
signing.
is Tessman?
They're both midfielders.
They're both midfielders.
Oh, if you think about McKenna, is 23 million. We spent 23 million for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he went from a
He's
bigger
German.
team, a European team. Yeah.
Yeah, a European. How much did they spend the shekel for him?
I don't know how
12
much.
maybe.
So I don't know about this to American, but the price is good.
They're going to make money on these two. I guarantee you.
They can make
on this
money.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, if they play them, and they get 20, 25 games in Serie A and don't make it complete horrible, they're going to be worth more than $4 million, right? I mean,
So that's the
sounds-
thing. Does anyone know anything about their roster? Are they going to what?
Didn't they buy someone else?
They also bought
Yeah,
an
but Frankie,
18-year-old
they have to
goalie.
show something. It's not just to play.
Yeah.
A Swedish
Because a lot of
Swedish
people
goalie they bought.
they stay.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're trying to buy all young guys, which obviously, do they have any experience on their team? Or are they going to play a bunch of 18-year-olds in Serie A?
I don't know, but it'll give me a reason to watch their games. I want to watch their games.
I'm 100% going to watch their games, man. I want to see them.
What else do we have on the list? We had Lazio and Napoli. Lazio is concerning me with their moves and everything that's going on over there. With Luis Alberto saying he wants to go, he doesn't want to stay. He's been a big, important part of their team.
Yeah.
But Dom, pull up the screen. I don't want to look at our faces. Let me see the
but
moves.
Lazio, Luis Alberto wants to leave, right?
Yeah,
Sarri doesn't want Correa. I mean, the team.
it's a mistake.
Yeah,
it's
it's going to change totally.
Weak.
So why does Alberto want to leave? Like, is he the problem with Sarri?
Wants more money. Wants more money.
He wants more money. He's got trouble with ownership. I think it's he hasn't been happy, so he wants to go. Correa, I think, is a big loss.
Take him in order to be.
So
Is that 18 million?
18 million plus Sanabria for
To who?
PSG.
PSG?
Yeah.
What is
But
PSG changing their whole team?
But I also heard that might fall
Who's
apart.
going to take Correa?
PSG.
You're kidding.
He wants him for sure.
That's the rumor. 18 million plus Sanabria for him.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, those are two big losses if that happens.
They did sign a 16-year-old. He's from Argentina, right? That kid.
He's Mexican and Argentinian.
Luca Romero, supposed to be very, very good. I don't know that he's going to play at all, but he's very, very highly
He's Mexican with Argentinian
He plays
also descent.
for Argentina. Yeah.
They call him what? The mini Messi? You said?
Something like that. Yeah, he's supposed to be very good. Have not watched him. 16 years old.
But you think he's going to be on the first team though, or is he going to play?
No, I doubt it.
He's 16. He's gonna, we'll see what he does. But
and then we said a couple weeks ago that Felipe Anderson's back at Lazio, which I think that's a good move for $3 million. It's fine.
That's a good move.
The last team we have on the list is Napoli. Which, Chris, I don't know. I know Insigne's he needs a new contract, so I don't know what this rumor 30 million is.
So this is what I say again. This is a rumor they were saying that they might be willing to sell him for around $30 million because he does need a new contract.
That's a
So
bull.
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't see that happening either. I mean, without.
And then that other rumor was Koulibaly. Man, you wanted him. They offered
But that's
around.
been like 4 years in a row that Koulibaly is supposed to be sold.
They made an offer around $30 million again. I heard, and
Did they want
turned it
$100
down.
million for him?
Yeah, I mean he's lost all his value.
Yeah, so
Not all of it, but
he's unhappy because they turned the deal down.
And then Marcus Thuram, Lilian Thuram's son.
So
he's been
apparently
rumored.
Rome and Napoli are interested, but they want around $25 million.
Koulibaly, how old is he?
He's probably around 30 now.
Yeah, 31, something like that.
Yeah.
He should go. He could go to the launch if they sell Romero.
No, he's not going to go to Atalanta. He's going to go to a bigger
No matter
team.
what.
Why
You want to make money, right? Don't forget, if they sell Romero, they have to give some money to Juventus.
Yeah,
I hope they keep Romero.
me too, but that's going to be tough, man. A lot of teams want him.
Yeah, but said they sell, they have to give a part to Juventus.
Yeah,
So
they said if it was a 60.
For,
They said if he got 60 million, like Juventus would get like 33 million of it. So is it
Right.
even worth it?
of course, that's all you have to buy. Even if you buy Koulibaly, it's not worth
No,
it.
and that's why I think they would end up coming to us for Demiral, I think.
Possibly.
The last team on this list is Rome.
By the way, that you know what I don't understand. Juventus wants to sell Demiral, right? He wants to get a Gosens. Why they not squib?
We said that a couple weeks ago.
We said that a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
why they don't do that? I don't understand.
because they probably don't have any money to make up the difference.
They
Well, what
definitely
difference?
don't. It's not a straight swap.
Juventus
Gosens
wants
is
to
Right
40
now,
million.
Demiral is probably worth 15 to 20 million.
Yeah, I'm bored.
What do you think he's worth? He was worth more when they let him play.
yeah, and also Gosens does want to play in Germany. That's true.
Yeah,
No, Totstens, like our chat says.
he wants to play in Tostins.
Anyway, Rome's the last team on this list. They've helped their goalie situation. Their goalie situation has been bad since Allison. Not having Olsen there, not having Morante there. Rui Patricio signed for $11.5 million. He's got to be better than what they had.
Dominic, who's Tasten?
He meant Gosens. And then they signed a fullback.
Patricio playing.
I don't remember. Portugal, I think.
Yeah, I
Is
think
he good?
Portugal. I mean,
Yeah,
better than
he's-
what they had.
He's supposed to be decent, so
let me
hopefully
ask
they
you
get a
this
good
question.
goalie.
Let me ask you this question. Just because we know Rome's management's horrible, right? Like, didn't they have like 2 games last year they got penalized? They like played like
Wait.
an unregistered player.
Continue your story, but I want to mention something too. Go ahead, keep going.
So we know Rome is just doesn't know what they're doing at the time. If I look at this Rui Patricio, and again, don't know him from a hole in the wall, right? But he's older, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's not young.
He's not young. I'd rather have Silvestri for 3.
yeah.
Like, who would you rather have? Silvestri for 3 for Danae's got, or Rui Patricio for
There's
11.5?
goalies. There are goalies available. That's why it's a curious one because, like, you can get
Yeah, but
Perrine, you can get Odero.
Yeah,
there's,
right.
there's other
It's weird.
goalies
Don't
available.
forget that that's Mourinho talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of pulls. So
Yeah, there you
Big
go.
shot.
That's probably it.
Speaking of Mourinho,
No,
yeah,
I agree with
he's
Frank.
old.
Well, I could take a Silvestri to Milan.
Yeah, so Dom just said the goalie they bought is 33 years old. Wouldn't you have gotten a Perrin or
I mean,
or somebody?
Odero, Perrine,
Even
Silvestri.
Golini you could probably get for 11.
15.
I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway, sticking with Mourinho, I know I sent you guys the link before. Apparently, during practice, he had like
Hey,
a
that's
huge...
another
Jesus Christ.
another story with the Mourinho Shaka. They didn't get yet.
What?
What?
Huh?
Shaka.
Oh, yeah, Shaka. The
It's
guy from
like
Denmark.
Locatelli. They didn't get yet.
let me hear the.
No, apparently he's in practice. He has a huge projector set up, and he's showing them live, like
saw
right after
this.
it happens, what you're doing wrong in practice.
With
right
the
on the big
drone.
screen.
So he has a drone
Yeah.
that flies over practice, which I actually think is pretty cool. And he shows them the live movements so they can see from above because the drone flies above them practice and they see in the projector. So you can show them the mistakes they make in real time, which is the best time to teach them, right? Because they just made the run.
But
I'm surprised. It shouldn't be that crazy of an idea, though. You would think other teams would do this already with
I think
cameras.
Sarri's been doing it.
Frank,
Yeah.
Frank, I don't understand that. I mean, technology is good, fine, but even with me, watch TV. I noticed the mistake, the 1 2 second. When they pass it for and then the ball should go to the next door when they could give it the first time to that guy. Instead of they pass to different, and the ball at the end go to. So they lost 2 3 seconds.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
about
I think this is a way to show the players, though, right? Like
Yeah.
not just explain it, but also so they could see it
yeah.
as you're explaining it.
I'm not against that. I'm just saying, like, most people watch video after, not during. Like they're
People-
watching it right there.
People think athletes are smart. They're not smart people.
No,
Think of the people you went to high school with, like football players. Like they're mostly morons. So like you have to
I'm
understand.
pretty sure
like,
that's a
Some
microaggression
some
against
people, if
athletes.
they want to play, they want to watch this.
so they need that reinforcement right away. I think it's a good idea.
All right,
and
so
some
where
of
are
these-
we? Where are we in this world? So Serie A has no money. They're recycling players that were already been here, and anyone that's actually good will probably end up on PSG. Is that the rundown of the transfer market so far?
Yeah, I mean,
No, but you know
Or
what?
Chelsea.
I still think one thing. Never mind the pandemic stuff, but if they had the good people, good talent to scout, they could make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, that I 100%.
Now they don't have a talent to scout. Believe me.
It all starts. Every team starts with the organization, the people making decisions at the top, right? If you have good, smart people that can find someone quietly, make a move, next thing you know, you buy someone for 5, he's worth 50. It happens every year
You
in
just
soccer.
Frank, you just mentioned Serie A, right?
Mhm.
Serie A. And let's put a Serie A. You know how many people on Serie A can play Serie A?
Listen, Jorginho was in Serie A how many years ago? He started right. Torricelli
Listen.
came from Serie A and played on Juventus for how many years? It happens
Di
all the time.
Lorenzo went four leagues in a row. He went from up,
Yeah.
up.
No,
he's up there.
Torricelli was in Quarta Serie.
Yeah.
He played Juventus.
Lower than Serie A, right? I mean,
Yes, no Serie A. Quarta Serie.
All right, let's go to since the schedule was released. Let's look at the schedule. Dom, do you have those? Well, let's look at the schedule. They have the week 1, round 1. Yeah, let's look at like that. I know it's early, obviously, but it gives us. There are no. To me, I looked at this list, and there's really no good games. They really.
wait, hold on. I haven't seen this yet. Hold on.
You
Let's
think
run
there's
it
good
down,
games
so-
here?
First of all,
I'm gonna run it down for our podcast listeners because they don't have a screen. People, be considerate. So first week we have Bologna Salernitana, awesome game. Cagliari Spezia, Empoli
Okay.
Lazio, Hells Verona Sassuolo. That would have been good last year.
I'm still waiting for a good game. Go
Inter
ahead.
Genoa. Genoa's
Okay.
winning that one. Napoli Venezia.
I'm not
Roma
a good game, but
Fiorentina.
I'm interested in the Napoli game.
Sampdoria Milan, and then Torino, Atalanta, Udinese, Juventus.
There's not one good game in that entire list.
Listen, Fiorentina was your team last year versus Rome. I watched that game.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's not a whole lot of headline games, but I mean, they'll probably all be good because they'll all be starting the season, so anyone can win.
You're gonna watch. It doesn't
Of course,
matter.
we're gonna watch. That's the-
I'm not saying I'm going to watch. I'm just saying I'm not excited from
Hey,
buying any of them.
Fiorentina last year, Fiorentina had a good team. It just happened to they not play well.
They have a good coach now, so hopefully they're better.
Hey, I don't believe in that.
He does not like your Juric love.
It's not Juric. They have Italiano.
Oh yeah, Italiano. Yeah,
Wha-
well,
wha-
either way.
Did you Fiorentina ask one question? Why they don't give another year to Ribery? He wasn't a bad last
He
year.
didn't want
Because
to
they wanted to make a change. They're
Yeah,
going in a
they
different
want to-
direction.
And they have to know how to make a change, just to make.
They kept Vlahovic.
Yeah, I would have got rid of Ribery too.
So that's 8/22. So almost exactly a month from now. So there's a lot more transfer season to happen before that.
So
Right.
we also have another one of like just games in the first half of the season. What rounds? They're like important games, good games
Oh, like
to keep
marquee
an eye
games.
on.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that like we're gonna remember any of this, but your first big week is really round 3 with Napoli versus Juventus, Milan versus Lazio.
Nice.
Pretty good, right? Right after that, that's the screen slipping. Right after that, Juventus versus Milan, round 4. So those are 2 games in a row, hard, for both those teams. Like I said, I just threw them up
Round
there.
six,
This
we
is only
have,
the first
yeah.
half
Yeah,
of the season.
for those of you guys listening that want to highlight some, round 6, we have Inter
Hey,
versus
you know,
Milan.
there is something different to this year. The return, you're not going to be the same. Like the first game you play, let's say Udinese, Juventus, right?
Oh, they're mixing it up.
Mixing it up?
The return, you're not going to be the Juventus Udinese.
Oh, that's something we should talk about. So good ad there. I was not. So why are they doing that? So for anyone that's listening, what we're saying
No,
is
maybe
typically
to make it more interesting, I think.
typically the schedule plays out in the first half of the season and then it just repeats, right? So the team you play in week 1, you would play in the first week of the second half of the season. So now what are they doing? Just reshuffling it?
Yeah, no, but they cannot do all of a sudden.
So it's already made.
You already made it. Otherwise, you cannot do.
So it's already made, but it's a different order in the second half.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
weird.
not the
It's
same.
a different order.
Well,
but
what's the reason for that?
Yeah, what's the
I
reason?
don't know. Fortunately, to make it more interesting. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's weird. I don't know if I
Or
like
maybe
that.
make it more difficult.
I don't think it really matters.
I'm still a traditionalist who likes rules from the 90s, so I'm sure I'll be complaining about this reshuffling all this entire season coming up.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is key games for each week.
So we did 1 hour.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up,
High
right,
five.
buddy? It's time to go to bed.
For saying nothing, to talk about.
There was a lot to talk about.
It is just a word, article.
Yeah, rumors. Anyway, next week we'll be back. We'll talk about probably more rumors, hopefully for some more.
You know what else they
moves.
say? By Monday, we should know what he wants to do.
I hope so.
Yeah, that would
No,
be
because
good.
some people say Monday. What's the Monday? What's the day come Monday?
The 19th.
No.
Today's the 19th.
Oh. Yeah, today's Monday.
26th.
Oh, you're talking
26.
about next Monday.
The 25, he should come back. Now they say if he come back, that means he wants to stay in Juventus. Otherwise, he don't come at all.
Well, I just
it'll
think
give
they
it-
have to decide it either way because it's holding everything else up, right?
It'll give us something to talk about next week. Like, subscribe, YouTube, Twitch, Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify,
Tell your
Twitter.
mom about us.
Yeah,
Spread the word.
Listen away. We have 70 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know how, but we do.
I have 66 accounts.
Yeah, Dom made 66 accounts actually. So more subscribers would be appreciated so that we can get our sponsorship with Cyber TV and PSE&G and all that stuff. So
Hey, we can get BC&G to power up the Cyber TV. Look at this. It's synergistic. Hit us up.
Yeah. Anyway, we will see you guys next week.
Good night.
Bye.
All right.